Hello friends, I hope all are doing well. Today I chosen the topic for my lecture is New Education Policy 2020. First of all, I would like to tell you this topic is very important and very interesting for all of us. I will cover this topic in three parts: introduction, main body, and conclusion. So let's just start without delay. Introduction. What is New Education Policy? New Education Policy, it's improve the education, the quality of the education, focus on the skill, and our central government taken a decision in the year of 2020 and they introduced the new education policy on 2020. Before 2020, education policy has in India twice time introduced by our central government. Let's move toward the main body. How many times our central government introduced the education policy? Total 4 times introduced central government the education policy. First times in the year of 1968. That time our Prime Minister was Indira Gandhi and they introduced the education policy and focus on the equality the education to the all of them, and a total 6% spent on the education sector of total GDP. They are on second time in the year of 1986. At that time, Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister of our nations and they introduced the education policy. That time give free education till 14-year girls. And it's the best policy for the nation. Thereon, it's a policy modified in the year of 1992. That time, Narasimha Rao, Prime Minister of our nation, and at that time they modify the education policy. Then after 32 years, in the year of 2020, our central government, Prime Minister Narendra Modi introduced new education policy, and that policy focus on the skill because recently we just see the education policy. It is not important the skill, important to focus on the skill, focus on the artificial intelligence. Recently, artificial intelligence is spread in the whole world and in our nation. Let's see every college and schools, no one there provided the internet, but according by the new education policy, they focused on the computer, internet, and the skill. That means they give the chance to the student to focus on their skill. Whatever you want to focus, whatever you want to choose the subject, it is important for that person. If you have the hobbies and quality of the in any language, you want to learn any language, so this policy give the rights to you choose any subject in the middle year. Let's see new education policy divided in how many part. There have the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. That means first 5 years for the fundamental, second 3 year for the preparatory stage, next 3 year for the middle stage, and last 4 year it's that means advanced stage. So total 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. It's divided into the 4 part, and that is very essential for the all student because before 2020 10 plus 2 plus 3 its old education policy has been continuing from 1968 to 2020, but after 2020 new education policy focused on the structure 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. That structure very helpful to you. In the middle level, that means there are 4 level. In the middle level you have the chance to choose the subject, and you will choose the subject at compulsory 3 subject. That means your local, your mother tongue subject, mother tongue language first, second language it's a Hindi language, and third language English. That means if you want doing a preparation, so you must be pick up 3 languages minimum, and it's a compulsory regarding the new education policy. Let's see the new education policy benefit. It is like new education policy focus on the skill. Every student have the skill, and it's a need to live the life because after completion the graduation and any course, any classes are there on, after completion your graduation you haven't a skill, so you haven't a value, but the education policy provided the skill to you. Let's move toward the conclusion. According by my personal opinion, new education policy is the best for the every student because that policy focused on the skill, and if any student learn the skill it will be helpful for their personal life. And as my point of view, government should be focused on the education sector because in the China approximately 8 and more percentage above percentage spent on the education sector. Let's see the example of the USA. 9.5% spent the total GDP amount on the education sector, but in our nation It's just in the rural area, urban area, there have the school and college, but in the only college life, there has the digital classes. But in present situation, artificial intelligence is spread in the all nations, but in our nation, no one the digital board available in the school colleges. In the government also should provide it. Government must be provided the digital board and the internet to the all sector. If our education not good, there on our nation not to move toward the boost their GDP, because our education is the backbone of the nation. Education is the future of the youngster, and youngster is the diamond of our nation. So thank you so much, friends, who are listening and watching this video. I hope that information very helpful for your upcoming examination. Thank you so much.